Hey guys, it's Brian Hill with the Complete Combatant, and we're out here working on drills in the beautiful, dreary Georgia weather in February, but it's wonderful in the southeast. We can still shoot and get our practice in. No off seasons for us. We're always practicing. So today we're working on a little bit of the final fundamental, which is follow through. I like to refer to it as processing or awareness, and it's staying in the moment. It is very difficult to do. We're not multitaskers. We can't do two things at once well, but we can serial process. We can shift our awareness from one thing to the next. The problem with most shooters is they're either living in the past or the future. Okay? In the past, they're taking a shot back or they're criticizing themselves about the one they missed. If they're living in the future, it's anxiety for the next shot. So we've got to stay in the same position in our mind and stay with the shot. Now, this is a movement drill. So we're getting the feet to move and the hands move together. Some of us love to move more than anything. As you can tell, I like to bounce around and I move a little bit. I come from a martial arts background and we always warm up for a fight. I find it really hard to stand still. Sometimes I find myself much more relaxed when I can induce movement into the drill. It's important for us to be able to move our feet. In the real world, when we look at videos after videos, we're seeing a lot of movement involved. So you've got to be able to move your feet at least a little bit and be able to get good hits. Now, usually the speed comes down a little bit on the time between shots. When I'm shooting split standing still, it's 0.18, 0.2. This one tends to be about a quarter second, which is good. It means I'm really seeing the sights, and that keeps me in a decisional mode. I want to stay with that. But this adds a little complexity to it. So what I'm going to try to do is I'm only going to take 2 steps to my left, and by the time the foot comes down on the second step, the sight should be on the target, and I should be ready to shoot 2 good shots at that point. I don't want to stop, settle, look at the sights, and then shoot. That's not moving. That's running to a position, stopping, and shooting again. What I want to do is be in motion and be ready to shoot as soon as I can, not as fast as I can. I'm going to do 2 things before I go. I'm going to visualize what I want to happen so my brain knows exactly what to see. I'll see that red dot right in the middle of the target. And I'm also going to exhale as I begin, because that'll get rid of the tension in my body. I don't know if guys know this, but being in front of the camera is tough. Everything's for real and you got to get it right. So it adds a little bit of pressure. So this has become my friend to help train me, standing in front of the camera. And we'll put it out there and have a good run with this, but try to visualize, try to breathe. It'll help you guys a lot. All right, stepping to the side, 2 shots. All right, let's see what our friend the timer says, because he tells us the truth. Our mind doesn't really tell time very well in unconscious competence. It can be fast and slow at the same time. So my draw to the first shot is a 1-4, and then it's a quarter second split. All right, a little quick. The first shot was in the upper corner. All right, almost a miss on him. So this time I'm going to make sure that I visualize seeing the red dot a little more efficiently as I move to the side. I'm going to really breathe deeply and let my breath out and try to do this in an efficient manner instead of a faster manner. Okay, see what that looks like. All right, that's definitely my current level of skill. I felt like I moved well. I draw well when I came across. I make up words sometimes. All right, I'm drawing, moving to the side. I got 2 really good hits on that one. I saw my sights. I was able to follow through at the end, and then I did a brief assessment, and I slowed down before I holstered again. The funny thing with me is I'm a very rhythmic person, so I have the same scores almost constantly, never high or low. It gives me a lot of consistency. So again, it was a 1-4 to the draw, and it was a 0.25 on the split, so we're right at 1.65. All right, and that's a pretty good time to be able to step offline, make 2 shots. Good alpha hits there in the center of the square, and then the timer tells us what we were doing right or wrong, and it gives me something to work on. So I would try to work on taking a little bit time off the draw or the first step. Maybe I need to drive a little bit more and be a little quicker, get my knees a little bit lower. It'll give you a great way to diagnose yourself and make improvements as you go along. We're the Complete Combatant, and we look forward to seeing you on the range.